Hey everybody, and welcome to a new thing that we're trying out. Um, it's gonna be kind of weird. It's almost like a scripted thing to say. But Rahal, we're chibis. We're chibis. By the time
Yeah.
I have finished with us,
Yes.
we are chibis. If you are watching this, we're chibis. There are
Yes.
chibi us. If you're on our Discord server, you've probably even seen chibi us before this is even recorded.
Yeah. We got Shibi us commission donated. I don't know. Did you pay him?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Um,
We got a commission from a friend of the channel,
yeah,
Arctic, known as Artie, because he does art.
is true, and he's very good at it. As you can tell by our
Yep.
beautiful faces.
He has a wonderful, nice like storybook look
Yep,
to all the stuff he does. It's like really, yeah, give this guy,
it's pleasant to look at, and
yeah, give this guy a contract to like illustrate a children's book or something because that
for
yeah,
sure.
he's really good at that stuff.
Yeah, and I'll put a link to his portfolio.
Yeah,
He has a website. I'll put a link in the description so you can check out what the dude behind the drawing of these beautiful
yes,
faces is.
yes, for sure.
Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, this is a new thing where we talk about many different things. I'm saying things a lot, I'm realizing, but
Yeah.
it's going to be good. We're going to talk about what's happening in the channel, what's going to be happening in the channel, and what's
Yeah.
happening in the world as we tangent off like we always do and always will do.
Yeah.
Because we always go on tangents. There's something about us, about our groupings in general. We tangent a whole bunch.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's yeah, so it's a sort of an attempt at a more regular channel update format. Um, because we can, you know, things have changed since we
Yeah.
started this channel 200 years ago, uh,
That's so
or at
many
least,
years.
or at least somewhere in the 70s,
Somewhere in the 70s.
um, where we, yeah,
Hang on one second.
it's just another life, really. Um, I had a lot more free time because, I mean, just I was and don't have really anymore. So we need to be more choosy and more selective in what we do and play because our free time is simply limited. So this is sort of an attempt to communicate like the status of the channel because it can go for a very long time without any updates except the regular stuff, and don't want people to get worried. I guess if people do get worried, I'm not sure.
People get worried? I don't know.
Is anyone still watching this? I don't know.
I think some people still watch our stuff.
Yeah,
Dedicated group.
we love you, dedicated group.
Zombie Ninja. You won. Hazakawa.
Yes,
You,
Total Isakawa.
you're always there for us. Always
But
commenting.
yes.
In a good way.
And Grimmett also sneakily watches our stuff.
He does.
Um,
He does, which
uh,
is nice.
yes. And some other, I'm sure, absolutely lovely people.
Yeah.
But yeah, update. Yes. What's going on?
Update.
What
So,
is going on?
all right.
How are you?
I'm
Hal-
I'm
Halldamir.
I'm good, Rahal. How are you?
Yeah.
Good.
I am fine, Halldamir. Thank you.
So,
It's yeah. I don't know. My work situation, as has been communicated before, is
it's been a
uh,
real mess.
it's a real mess. It's a lot to do.
Hmm.
It's the most hectic part of the year for me, or one of the most hectic parts of the year. I since I work in education, my year workload is fairly predictable and very cyclical because it
It
follows.
fluctuates, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it fluctuates by schedule almost. So I know, like in June, I know what it's going to be like pretty much,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
in January I know it's going to be hellish.
Yeah.
Um,
I work in a school as well, so I know exactly what you mean. Where it's
yeah, but
there's weeks.
Yeah, but on top of that being very hectic for me, I have um, two of my colleagues at work have just quit. So we're running a bit of a skeleton crew at the moment, which means I need to put in a lot of work, and I'm very tired, which is why to channel update I tie this back into the channel how to fix it, which is why I have decided to jump ship on the Dreads of Dragon Coast campaign for now. At least I might return in the future, but I realized that when I came home, I sat there so tired, and just the only thing I wanted was to cook a good dinner and have like half a bottle of wine and then go to sleep. That's sort of what I
Yeah,
wanted.
yeah.
So I decided to do that, and yeah, and we'll see. Um,
Yeah, because there's sometimes real life comes in the way of games, and in
a
this
lot of time, yeah.
a lot of the time, and in particular, like when it comes to campaigns that will span over a good couple of years, like a lot of our large campaigns do,
Hmm.
something is bound to happen, and we're normally quite lucky in the sense that we don't have that pop up, and or we usually use it as an escape from any badness that's going on in the world. Um, but sometimes it's the thing that you just don't want to go into because you're tired, um, or you just got too much going on. And sometimes we just have to we just have to walk away from a campaign. And you even said that if things like mellow out at
Yeah.
work, there's a chance that you might even go back, depending on how you're feeling.
Yes.
So it's not
Yes,
like
indeed.
I'm done with this campaign, screw this campaign. It's just a life.
It was a result of my life situation. It wasn't a result of me being like, "Ah, I hate this,
Yeah,
never coming
exactly.
back." And it was also like I just fired up Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which is running. It's trucking along ever so slowly.
It is. It is.
Um, yeah,
We're gonna
but
have a huge gap for that. If you're
yeah,
watching this, there's gonna be a huge gap between the next
yeah,
sort of game.
it's like it's end of February now.
Yeah,
It's like right at the end of the month. It's going to be the next game of that because other real life reasons. But
yeah.
yeah, I just fired up Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So it was like, do I quit Dungeon of the Mad Mage or do I quit the Dragon campaign? I need to pick here, and
hmm
so I picked the Dragon campaign. Um,
Yeah, being on Fridays is with the Dragon campaign is also a big
yeah,
factor because
it
Saturdays at
is.
least you've got most of the day
Mm-hmm.
of you can do your thing, and then Saturday evening rolls around and you can game. But
Yeah.
Friday evenings that can take a toll, especially working full
Oh,
time.
I'm devastated Friday evenings. And then you have something like the Dragon campaign where it's a big sandbox. You are like, for me to do justice to it, I need to be alert, I need to be engaged, I need to be,
hmm
I need to really give it my all for that campaign to shine. And I felt like I can't do it. Like I said, I'm sitting, I'm almost falling asleep, and
Yeah.
this is not the right way to do this.
No,
Um, yeah.
no,
So.
that's never the right way to do it. But
Hmm.
it's still trucking along. Valky Bear, I believe, is streaming and recording it.
He is on my Twitch channel,
Yeah.
and it's uploading to YouTube after that as normal, so that's no problem.
Yeah, so nothing
Um,
changes, just different player perspective.
Less of a focus on Tyraxos's mad empire building ambitions and more, I don't know, dream like Lovecraftian like quests, like the dream quest to ancient Kadath or something like that. There's going to be a lot of that happening now that
Yeah.
Veristrix and like Verblith like delves into their weirdness.
Yep, exactly.
So we'll see about that.
Something
Um,
something about the Dragon campaign that I find um it's definitely different. It's the first campaign where somebody said to count the kills, and we have somebody religiously uh writing how many kills each dragon has got.
yeah,
and I low-key love it at this point. Like, I
I
don't know why, but I love it.
I I was on top for a long time because I'm DPS, but the Veristrix was quickly gaining because he is the controller slash the AoE. So as soon as like 20
Oh
minions
yeah,
show up and he does his like huge nuke, he like gets 20 kills.
yeah, that'll
So
do it.
I don't actually remember in the end if he managed to beat me out before I quit. Maybe I'll go back and look
Yeah,
at that at
go
some
back and look.
point. Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, no, that when it started, I was like, "What is happening right now?" And and then it continued, and it was pretty cool. I was already on the comments, and it turned out that before you left, you had 118, and Veristrix was at 113 by the end of that episode. So yeah, you held the crown still.
That's right.
You held the crown. Oh,
Take that,
there was
suckers.
another one, but yeah, yeah, you held the crown from the looks of it.
Tratus wins.
Exactly. But then other than that, we've got Dungeon Mad Mage, which is
Yes.
going swimmingly. I think
Mhm.
we're just about to, even though we got basically the month to wait until we play it again.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, just scheduling. But then I think we are headed down a level. We've been going for 4, 5 sessions, and it's the first time we're about to head down a level.
Yeah, you're very close at clearing the first floor at this point. You just need to find the key.
Just need to find the key.
For the door to go down.
Yeah, we've got a lot of things that we've been managing to do, which is yeah, I feel like we're being completionists, which is nice at the same time.
Has paid off so far,
It's certainly paid off so far.
and also some curses here and there, but
The odd
who's counting?
the odd sword that can't be dropped,
Yes.
that eternally shines bright.
And,
The usual.
the intellect devourers.
The intellect devourers. Oh god, they were. I'm gonna have nightmares about those. They
Oh, surely there won't be any more.
surely not. Oh god, they were crazy. But then like with Dungeon of the Mad Mage going, slowly chugging along, we have another video or another series that is gonna come out, a new campaign. By the time I'm finished editing this recording, it'd be out. That the announcement video will be out, and probably our first session will be running.
Yep.
Which is Odyssey of the Dragon Lords, which is a fun campaign.
Here, stop. Before you continue,
Yeah.
everyone in the comments, take a guess.
Okay.
Who is running? Take a guess who's running the campaign titled "Prophecy of the Dragon Lords." Just
Mandatory to guess
Yeah.
who's running a campaign
Yeah.
with Dragon
Yes.
Lords in the name.
Yeah, take a guess of that. And if you guessed anyone else but sheep, you have not been paying attention.
You've failed at being a viewer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're running that. We've got a small group, small powerful group actually. In it, all based around a sort of Greek mythos style world, and we are adventurers brought together. Not really adventurers. We're people brought together to go and stop by destiny to stop the great calamity that is going to befall the world if we don't stop it.
Yeah, it's a very like high-powered, like Greek mythology inspired thing.
Yeah.
So have a look. Have a look out for that coming.
Yeah, definitely have a look at that. By the time this is out, I would have uploaded the introduction video, so I'll put that in the description. And which is going to be another small intro. I think we're going to shift away from doing full party intro videos to small nichey ones. because it's just me and Sheep, no one else. We're gonna have a fun time talking about the campaign. So check that out. That hopefully is going to be a level 1 to 20 5th edition campaign.
Yes.
Which
Oh, excuse me.
should be a lot of fun. We're certainly quite excited for it. And it's the first time we ever had a session 0 and we weren't sure what characters we were playing.
Hmm.
Like, we hadn't nailed it down because there's so many options. Greek mythology being fun to make a character in, but difficult at the same time.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, let's see. We have
it'll be
been
fun.
doing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons lately because, well, for me at least, it's because it's a setting and a system I'm familiar with, so it takes less effort than to get into something completely new.
Yeah,
That is not to say that we will not do other stuff coming up. I have a long-standing dream of running a Call of Cthulhu game.
yeah, that's been
Um,
discussed for years at this
yes,
point.
you just need the time and place and the correct people to do it properly.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so that's like something I've been thinking of more and more. But we'll see. That will be if it materializes this year. It will be later in the year for sure. Not
oh yeah,
not now when my work is like it is.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
We've played. I've ran a Rough and Glory on the side, not recorded, which went well, but I don't think he'll make a return to the channel. It's a fun system. It's a fun universe. There's only really so much you can tell in a story, and it still be interesting. Um, Part of me wished that we had recorded it because it ended up being very fun with just guardsmen trying to live in a planet being invaded, and one of them
Yes.
not living in the very end, which was climactic end to a very fun short campaign. Um, we've had Starfinder finish last year, only a few months ago. That
Yeah.
Starfinder ended. I think we're pretty much just D&D 5th edition and Dragons is 4th edition, isn't it?
Yeah. The year will start much the same as the last year ended. Oh, what did we even do? I need to put up the channel. Like, what did we put out? Did we put out anything out of the ordinary last year, or was it just
No, I don't think we did at all.
tracking along? Sort of. I need to check.
Yeah, I think we just chugged along with D&D videos, pretty much.
So many D&D videos.
So many.
Let's see here. 1 year ago.
one year ago today. Um,
Well,
yeah,
the Rise of Dragon Co started 1 year ago, so I hung in there for a year.
for a
Oh,
year,
you
that's
know.
pretty good going.
Yeah. Oh, we also ended Out of the Abyss a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So and
That's
started against the Aeon Throne in Starfinder.
Yep. That was a very fun campaign against the Iron Throne.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, so that happened.
the
See
Eternal
here.
Reach happened mid-year.
Yeah. But yeah, Aeon Throne, Dreads.
That was pretty much it.
Let's talk cats. What?
Let's
What is this
talk
video?
cats. I
Why?
think. What?
That's a private video. Secret.
Ah,
I don't know what that. No idea what that is. Well,
I
it's
don't
not.
even remember.
I have not talked about cats, but because I'm horribly allergic, so like, why would I?
Horribly allergic to cats. Yeah.
Yes, I am.
This is little known fact that I forget most of the time.
Yes.
Just don't bring it up. Just
Yeah. So Dreads and Starfinder was much of last year, and Warhammer Total War. Well, yeah,
So
that
much Warhammer
so
Total War.
so much Warhammer Total
So
War. Grimmeth has his Daggerfall that he does constantly,
Yep, that is true.
different iterations, and me and Manikai have me and Manikai, I and Manikai, Manikai and I,
Yeah, Malachi and I.
Manikai and I have Total War Warhammer. That's our stuff.
That is certainly your thing, is to do
I really like it. It's
Total War
it's
Warhammer
my
2.
favorite strategy game in a decade.
Yeah, yeah.
It's I love it to death.
I remember the days where we played Shogun 2.
Yes, first
That was
Let's Play on the channel. If you haven't watched it, go back and see early days.
it wasn't our first Let's Play, it was our second Let's Play.
Oh, was Sanctum first?
Well, Sanctum was the very first. You did a short stint with Empire, and then we
Yes.
went into Portal 2. That was our first proper co-op
Okay.
Let's Play, was Portal 2.
Right.
Shogun 2 went alongside it,
Yes.
basically. We played that a bunch.
Mm,
Played that a bunch.
we did.
It was good fun. I thoroughly enjoyed our Total War campaigns. Rome 2 was very lackluster though,
Rome 2 had problems.
and it was quick. Like we didn't struggle ever, really.
No, not really.
And we were playing on. I think we were playing on very hard.
Hard, I think.
Yeah.
I don't rightly recall.
It definitely wasn't normal, because I remember playing a Rome campaign on my own on normal and thinking this is too easy. And we went in. It was definitely at least hard, and it wasn't that hard really.
Mm-hmm.
It was good fun. But yeah, so as we're recording this, we're over 2,000 subscribers.
Yes.
A sort of amount of subscribers I never thought that we'd really obtain, because we don't do this like in any form professionally. This is probably the first actual edited thing that we've ever done, and we do it mostly, for me at this point, I record just because we can use it to archive what we do.
Yeah, I do it because I enjoy it, and no other reason really.
Yeah.
It's the recording is very much for my benefit as well, because I like playing games, and sometimes I like having an audience while I do. So
Yeah, it's nice. I still thoroughly enjoy it. I don't think it will ever burn out, because we don't have like pressure from viewers, which is a rarity these days on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose small channels don't have that issue.
Yeah, I just, it's a hobby. The second it becomes work, I am not really interested, because I already have work.
Yeah, exactly.
Already have a job, so yeah, it's just always been the thing. You come here, watch the videos, watch the sessions. You get the raw, unedited version of it. You get it like it is around the table. There's no carefully choreographed or anything. This is not Critical Role. This is not
No, you get us raw, which
you get better audio mix with us than Critical Role, at least the early stuff. Because try to listen to early Vox Machina. Good God.
Yeah.
Good God, the audio is awful, and the audio balance is like the most nightmarish thing. As soon as a battle starts, they like hit like some sort of battle theme that just echoes in the room and picks up all the mics. It's awful, terrible.
That sounds
I
awful.
had to like skip combats because I got a headache listening to it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I've watched like one or two videos of theirs, and only one or two. I never really enjoyed it, if I'm honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I run a D&D club at my work, and they love the kids that know about D&D. They love Critical Role.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh great, sure, love them. I never got into it.
Hmm.
I never get into the content we even make, really, which is bizarre. I don't like. I can't watch. I've tried watching Dreads of the Dragon Coast, and
Yeah.
sometimes I'll put it on in the background, because I like to hear you guys go mental.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I don't watch the same sort of content we produce. I,
It's just
I just don't do it.
I
Don't do it.
yeah. I listen to podcasts and I listen to audiobooks.
I listen to so many audiobooks. Gee.
But that's how I've gotten like to Vox Machina is because I listen to it as a podcast. Like I listen to the
Okay.
podcast version. Um, I don't watch the videos.
I don't remember who it was. Years ago, back when Forsaken Throne was running. We were told by a viewer that they don't watch the videos on the channel. He just downloads them and listens to them as a podcast, and
Yeah, makes sense.
then he comes and comments on the videos, which certainly gave me a laugh. But I mean, I totally get it. I can listen to audiobooks all day.
Yeah.
I've got a huge library of books on Audible, and no, we're not sponsored. But I've got a
Yeah.
huge no, I've got a huge collection of audiobooks on theirs, and somewhat recently, I've just been diving in on Brandon Sanderson.
Sure.
Thoroughly
I
enjoy him as a
Yeah,
writer.
I've came across from a recommendation in our Discord channel. Link below.
Yep,
Right.
yep. Link below to our Discord
uh,
channel. We talk a lot up
yeah,
there, actually.
yeah, that's decent activity.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got a tip from there for Rivers of London, an urban fantasy like police procedure crime story. It's like Harry
Oh.
Potter became like a cop.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, Harry Potter cop, and like solving murders and crime in London. And I love it. It's like really cool, like urban fantasy, a bit noirish.
Mm-hmm.
I get like a really good feeling for London because it's a lot of descriptions and like stuff like that. Um, yeah, heartily recommend those books if you're into that sort of stuff. If you like murder mysteries and urban fantasy, uh, it's really good. It's like a more British, more cop version of the Dresden Files.
More British, more cop.
Yeah,
What's not to love?
exactly.
I think if I was, I have actually recommended this book on our Discord server and to many friends, which is if you like high fantasy, um, with very good sort of magical, but not. There's good mechanics around what would be magic. Um, is The Way of the Kings, Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson,
All right.
which is at the moment a 3-book series. The fourth one is coming out late this year, and he plans on making it an 11-book series.
Good God.
But they're just good. All I've read, and he's actually something that is astronomical in scale. He's got a good dozen books with a few series,
Yeah,
and
he's very prolific. I know of him.
he's tying them all together though. He's
All right.
tying them into what he calls the Cosmere, where they're all connected in the same universe, but they're just different worlds in that same universe.
Sure.
And they're all linked mostly by characters. So if you ever go into a deep dive like I have with Brandon Sanderson, keep an eye out for characters repeating.
All right.
which is kind of interesting. It's not like him as a bad storyteller or a bad author repeating characters that he likes. There's a plan behind it, and there's a whole subreddit devoted to trying to figure
Naturally,
out these connections. Which it's Reddit, of course. There's a group trying to do that.
of course.
Of course, there's a group trying to do it.
All right. Well,
That's channel update and books.
yeah.
I think
So for the channel, Down to Mad Mage ongoing, Reds of Dragon Coast ongoing, Odyssey of the Dragon Lords upcoming, more Warhammer down the line.
always more Warhammer down the line.
For sure, because Mannequin and I still haven't played every combination and iteration of that we possibly can.
You will. I guarantee you will.
We'll see.
And then I'm going to send an email to Creative Assembly.
Yeah.
Be like, these two idiots. Give them some form of medal. I don't know. Like,
yeah, and we plan to do like something like these channel updates monthly. So back in beginning of March, maybe.
yeah.
Okay.
Beginning of March. Obviously, if you guys just comment saying, "We hate this, don't do this ever again," then we won't. But
we'll ignore you. You can't tell us what to do.
we're our own people.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, beginning of March, another one will come out, ideally.
Yep.
And yeah, keep this going. Hopefully, I like this.
Yes.
It's nice.
Get a new book review next month.
Get a new book review. Oh no, is this becoming a book club? What is this?
Maybe.
Oh no.
I had a long-standing idea to read trashy fantasy novels in a book club and try to like speak about them, like review them.
I think Valky shared a series of books that sounded like that.
Yes. There's a lot just going through the category of like hunky man that is also an animal. Like genre
Yep.
is enormous.
There you go.
There's bears, there's a lot of tigers and like, dragons. It's like the dragon's fire, and then it's like a picture of a motorcycle and a hunky man, and then a woman who looks like sort of forlorn.
Of course.
Yep.
Of course.
So she just came out of an abusive relationship, but met a mysterious biker man who's also a dragon, and you're like, yeah, I need to read this clearly.
I admire their creative outlet and ability.
Yeah, so maybe that'll
I
come
guess.
up. We'll see.
Maybe that'll come up. Maybe.
Oh,
The
God.
channel will take a weird turn at that point.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Fantasy romance review
Yep.
playlist.
That's what we've always wanted since Packer Plus came out.
Yes. We'll see.
That's what we need.
Already sort of doing it. So.
But thanks for listening, watching, and looking at our stupid faces. And we'll see you in the comments. See you on the Discord server. If you're not there, you should join. I know not all of you are there because we only have like 90 odd people there. So you're not. Don't give me those lies. Okay, some of you are there, but most of you are not here. So
No.
come over, come and join us.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we talk. It's fun.
Occasionally.
Okay, yeah, we do. Okay, so bye everybody.
Bye.
Thanks.
See you later.